Well, McDonald's got its order.
Is it first day on the job?
Yeah.
Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. Could make things even worse.
Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
Why'd you read my mind? You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Yes, the fuck it can.
Allow me to speak my opinion. This is my court, after all.
Yeah.
In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
Get fucked. I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Like the fucking dog of wisdom. I love him.
Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now.
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. You
Wow.
fuck.
Yeah.
Get out of my courtroom.
Yeah, but come back in 5 minutes.
Yes. That was not even a half an hour.
Yeah. Shit moves quickly.
That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Also, yeah, where does, like, defendant sit?
In a little glass box, like a turtle.
Like the Pope. The Pope-mobile.
Exactly like that. I've seen worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yes, like he said.
Gee, oh, fuck's
Yes.
sake, Mia. Or Maya.
You were there! He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that fell into the lake. Flew into the lake, more like.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night?
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
Huh? You say something, right?
He's in another world.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it.
No.
What's wrong?
It's nothing.
My dad.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. Well, because I shot him. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. Did he kill himself?
Oh. Maybe. Yeah, actually that makes a lot more sense, because there's like, he's dead.
But would that have him, like, stumble backwards out of the boat?
I don't know.
I guess, maybe. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
Oh, it's called shock.
Yeah. Turns out when you watch someone shoot themselves in the chest, you get a little silly. I see. Orange icy at McDonald's. Sorry, that's such a dumb bit. Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials.
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected.
Expect the unexpected.
He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court.
Yeah.
And that someone is Larry.
The most unpredictable man in this entire series. What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
Yeah, it is Larry.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Why are you so cheery? Fuck you.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's all Larry now, though. We're all doomed.
Yeah. The world is fucked.
Number 3. Here we are.
Well,
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th.
right, leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up.
You caught me in the middle of a yawn.
I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. My Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Do or die, buddy. Night of the Moida.
That night, I was out in a boat on the lake.
Okay.
I was looking for something, and I found it.
Doesn't want to say it.
So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang.
Seriously, though, why is his head like that?
He's a chicken.
What?
I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
Larry. Everybody said it was 2. That was unusually vague testimony for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
I feel like I have to press. I just have to. Because he keeps mentioning one bullet, and then we have 2 people now that have said it was 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that
Single
single.
gunshot.
No. There's a lot of 2 sounds. Wait a sec, Larry.
What?
You only heard 1 bang? You're sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening?
He was just in the audience, just kind of like fucking twiddling his thumbs.
And we were like, wait a second. That last line sounded very sus.
Sus.
Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Boy. Yo, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here.
This is your second go around.
So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
No. Mr. Botts.
Uh-oh. Judge Angry. What?
You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Me.
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Eh? Not
sake.
sure? How could you not be sure?
Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else.
Hardcore gangster rap. Something else?
My radio, dude, with my headphones.
What? Order. And stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, what kind of freak are you?
I mean, this was 2000,
yeah,
so...
So what? Isn't that a crime?
2001, yeah.
I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Well, I feel like if you heard a gunshot, you'd be a little more cautious than to just listen to the radio.
Pop your tunes back on.
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Okay, he has a little bit more. Your Honor. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah!
Humbug.
Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony. Be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me.
You wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. What Larry heard. The radio.
It's lonely being all alone on Christmas Eve. And that's why I was listening to an all requests show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like.
Of course.
Yep. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot.
Well, if you were able to hear that one, why didn't you hear the second?
Yeah. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
Let's get the DJ in.
Oh, say the time. Say the time.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume.
Yeah, what's the big problem?
You'll hurt your ears.
You'll be deafer than me.
Hearing loss is permanent, young man.
Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
Free asterisks.
Don't.
I mean, it's every country.
Eh.
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
I mean, yeah. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Fuck you. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ?
Come on, you're not that old, Graham.
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway.
You've been called DJs since Elvis was playing on the radio.
Yeah. What this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. This fucker. Alright, here we go again.
Yep.
Okay. Listening to another crush show, yep. Probably not like. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, let me press this.
Yeah.
I assume.
What was he saying?
What did she say?
It could be a he. Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions.
Answer the question.
What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us?
The time.
Uh-huh.
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do we know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. I guess that was enough.
Wait, actually... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mr. Butts, please testify to the court.
This court's a disaster.
What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? It's almost Christmas.
That means it was before midnight.
That means... Yeah, because... that was taken at 12:15. Was there anything else that was just after midnight? I mean, everything is just after midnight, though. But which one do we present? Because...
That's a tough one.
That one? An empty lake taken almost Christmas. This is before midnight.
Ooh,
I mean, I have full bars.
Yeah, I'm really...
Nope.
Uh-oh.
They aren't, are they?
Bruh.
Not at all. Okay. Maybe just press it again. Just press it first, then. Are you sure?
Of course I am. And she had this real sexy voice.
Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There's one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Alright, I guess I'm pressing everything. So you turn on the radio.
Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know?
Why didn't you call me?
You don't know what it's like out there, alone, on Christmas Eve. Alone!
I shouldn't have said anything. Okay. Did you request it? Did you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
Yeah, that's pretty objectionable.
I find that statement objectionable.
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio, that is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? Yeah, they were listening to a real booming.
Yeah.
How loud, though? Real booming loud? Ironic. See, he agrees.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on?
Yup.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. It's not noise canceling. That didn't exist yet.
Maybe they were like the cheap headphones that were
They
just
come
like
with
little
the Walkman?
styrofoam discs. Yeah.
Okay. Can you prove that? No, of course you can.
Nah, I can't prove it.
Cool.
But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know?
What did she say? I think we already said this, right?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio
Yeah, we
DJ
already
said...
this. Yeah, that indeed has a point. Yeah. I guess we should again.
Yep.
Yeah. No. Well, you already said it, so I mean... You said, hey, it's almost Christmas. Well, I already... Yeah, are you sure?
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
she real sexy voice.
What did we present?
The thing that was the empty lake before midnight. Maybe we just present the actual, like, picture of the gunshot that was after midnight?
Or maybe the testimony. Because Lotta says 12:15, right?
Yeah, just after midnight.
Yeah.
Sure. I'd say... Yep.
Okay.
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas, when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and...
Okay, and...
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. And that would make sense why there was 3 bullets shot from the gun.
Yeah.
In other words... When they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Sorry.
Order. Order.
Fucking Boston judge over here.
What does this mean? The 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken.
No.
Not true.
Just look at him. Suspicious.
Vote him out.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
What?
He's been at the center of a lot of cases here.
Yep.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
Larry's right.
He's right.
Because there was a third gunshot.
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim.
The gun.
Okay, it's asking specifically for the time, so the empty lake.
That one. Right?
I'm saying that one.
I'm gonna say that one, yeah. Look at this
photograph! Oh boy.
This was taken by our witness yesterday, Mr.
Mr. Lotta Hart.
Miss Lotta Hart with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha!
I get it now.
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor.
Nope.
It is a fact that the camera also triggered it 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Enough time to go into the middle of a lake.
Yes.
Why would this be?
Don't be fooled, Judge.
Why does he sound like the SNES, like Castlevania?
That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes. They were having hot car sex.
Oh no. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot.
I guess. But you're drawing straws here.
Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera.
Oops!
What? Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear!
What do you mean? You doing coke?
Oh, shit.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now.
Oh.
Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have
I
any.
think this is just the
Just the gun.
gun. Yeah.
Because it was fired 3
I'm
times.
thinking that's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is my evidence. The murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order? That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Yeah, it is very peculiar.
Yeah. He's gonna be a bitch to prove. Well, see, here's the thing. He showed up to the lake with the intention to commit suicide and frame Edgeworth, so he fired the gun once to test it, and then he rode Edgeworth out on the lake, and
then shot himself twice.
Yeah. Oh, boy. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes.
Yes, that is exactly what we just said.
Uh-huh. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why?
Uh-oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes.
Oh. What's wrong, Nick?
Sorry, I don't even remember his name from Home Improvement, or the character he played.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Yep.
Tool time. I have it. I have it. That was good.
It sure was.
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
What you mean, boy?
Revenge.
Maya?
Yes?
That's cringe.
That's cringe, Maya.
If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe?
It hasn't been proved in a lab yet, but we'll try it out anyway.
Yeah.
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose.
I mean, yep.
You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
She seems very concerned.
Yeah, understandably
Your Honor.
so.
Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean,
my.
Mr. Wright?
So, you finally realized the truth? There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
No.
Wrong, idiot.
Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie.
Hey, I've done 3 cases, man.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath and consider the facts.
I just did.
At the At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat.
Pew.
Pop.
There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. Oh, I forgot about that. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yeah? But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What?
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. It's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Yeah, that's true. Everybody's stunned.
Oh.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad?
I was never tested.
Yeah. Well, I can't say no, but
Explain who the 2 men on the boat are.
I think it's just them two, isn't it? I mean, we already saw it. It was like, yeah, it was like he picked the gun up in the boat.
so we know it can't be the top one. But
It could be the middle one.
It might just be bold enough to work.
Fuck it. Yeah?
oh,
Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. What? Are you serious? Yes.
are you for real?
Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. It was so long ago. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Well, we'll make something of it next time on Controller Brigade. Oh, that was a buttery smooth segue.
Ludicrous!
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.